Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Future Ready. If you are a business owner, finance professional, or someone who wants to understand what's changing in India's regulatory and compliance landscape, you are in the right place. So let's get started and let's get future ready. As we all know, India is entering a new era of labor laws. From 21st November 2025, a major reform called the New Labour Codes have come into effect. These changes will impact how companies pay salaries, calculate benefits, and account for employee cost. In this video, we will understand what has changed and why it matters. Earlier, India had 29 central labor laws. Many of them were very old. Some were written almost 80 to 90 years ago. Now, all these laws have been combined into 4 modern labor laws. Code of Wages, Code of Social Security, Code of Occupational Safety and Health, and Code of Industrial Relations. The labor codes are officially notified from 21st November 2025. However, the detailed rules are still being finalized. Central rules are open for public consultation until early 2026. State will notify their own rules at their own pace. So companies must closely track state notifications. In this video, we will talk about Code on Wages. The most important change comes from the Code on Wages. It introduces one common definition of wages for all labor laws. This code applies to all employees without exception. It ensures minimum wages, timely salary payments, and proper appointment letters for every worker. Under the new code, the way wages are calculated becomes very important. This wage figure is used for PF, ESI, gratuity, and all other statutory benefits. For simplicity, we will break the definition of wages into 3 parts: what is included, what is excluded, and what may be added back conditionally. Let's talk about Part A. Wages mainly includes 3 things: basic salary, dearness allowance, and retaining allowance. These form part of the core salary and always be the part of wages. Now let's talk about Part B, what is excluded. Some salary components are categorically excluded from wages. These includes HRA, conveyance, bonuses, overtime, commissions, employer PF contribution, gratuity, and retrenchment compensation. But exclusion does not always remain the main exemption. Now, for calculating the final wages, we will have to check Part C, the 50% rule. The rule says that the exclusions cannot exceed 50% of the total salary. If exclusions go beyond 50%, the excess amount is added back to the wages. This rule prevents the salary structuring where most pay is shown as allowances. Are you feeling confused? Don't worry. Let us understand this with the help of few examples. In the first example, the basic plus DA is equal to 12,000, which is Part A, allowances is equal to 8,000, which is Part B, and the total remuneration comes out to 20,000 rupees. Now let's check the 50% rule, that is Part C. The allowances cannot exceed 10,000, which is 50% of the total remuneration. In this case, the allowances are already 8,000, which is less than 10,000. So, no add back is required in this case. And the wages remains 12,000 only. In the second example, the basic plus DA plus RA, which is Part A, is 8,000. The allowances are 12,000, which is Part B. And the total remuneration comes out to 20,000. Now, let's check the 50% rule, that is Part C. In this case, the allowances are more than 10,000. That is the 50% of total remuneration. There will be an add back of excess allowance of 2,000 to the wages and the final wage comes out to be 10,000. Now let us see the third example. In this structure, the basic plus DA, that is Part A, is 20,000. Allowances are 40,000 and gratuity and retrenchment compensations are 16,000 and total CTC is 76,000. Here the allowances can be maximum of 38,000, which is 50% of 76,000. Since the actual allowances are 40,000, there will be an add back of 2000 rupees to the wages and the final wages will become 22,000. Now in the last example, we will discuss a case of special allowance in the CTC. Special allowance generally is a balancing figure of total CTC minus all other salary components. The Supreme Court has concluded in their previous judgments that such special allowances shall be essentially a portion of basic wages that were camouflaged as allowances to avoid statutory liabilities. Now let's have a look at this salary structure. Basic pay plus DA is 22,000, which is part A. HRA is 11,000, conveyance allowance is 3,000, special allowance, which is the balancing figure, is 8,000, and the total fixed compensation comes out to 44,000. Apart from this, there is a variable bonus of 6,000 and the total CTC is 50,000. In view of the Supreme Court judgment I just talked about, we will consider the special allowance as a part of basic wages and hence the wages comes out to 22,000 plus 8,000, that is 30,000. Since the allowances are 14,000, which is already less than 50% of the total remuneration, no add back is required. So the final wages comes out to 30,000. As per the FAQ on labour codes and the draft rules which are open for discussion, following components also doesn't form part of the wages. Performance-based incentives, employee stock option plans, variable part of the component, reimbursement-based payments, reimbursement of medical expenses, crèche allowance, telephone and internet reimbursements, meal vouchers, etc. However, more clarity is expected after the final rules comes into picture. Now let's talk about one major component that is creating a huge financial impact for companies, and that is gratuity. Many large corporates and leading companies, especially in sectors like IT and services, have recorded a significant gratuity-related expenses in their December quarter financial statements. Gratuity suddenly became a big P&L issue for companies for two reasons. First, wages increased due to the 50% rule, and second, more employees became eligible for gratuity, especially fixed-term employees. The fixed-term employees now qualify after just 1 year of service, significantly expanding the eligible workforce. Earlier, the gratuity was calculated only on basic salary and only for the employees after 5 years of services. But now, gratuity is calculated on wages, not just the basic pay. Eligibility also starts from just 1 year for the fixed-term employees. However, the maximum gratuity notified by the central government of 20 lakhs remains same in the new law also. On this, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has issued an accounting guidance which clarifies that this change is a planned amendment. This means companies must recognize the entire past service cost immediately. There is no spreading allowed, so the companies will see a one-time non-cash hit to its profits in financial year 2026. One another concern which companies are facing are the new timelines for full and final settlement. Under the new rules, the final wages must be paid within 2 working days. This applies only to the wages, however, more clarifications are awaited on this. Meanwhile, to tackle this challenge, companies are advised to implement some systems, such as they may designate exit days, such as Tuesdays or Fridays for that matter, send pre-exit notifications and clearances 7 days prior to the upcoming exits, or automate payroll through HRMS, payroll integration with RPA robots and AI dashboards. Well, there are a lot of debates going on this stringent timelines. We should wait for the final rules and clarifications on this topic. If you wish to view a detailed video on how to automate HR or finance processes through AI, type HR or finance in the comment box and we will come up with a detailed practical explainer video on these topics. Here we have curated a 7-point compliance checklist for employers. It includes getting the wage audit done, checking your statutory registrations, completing your documentations such as appointment letters, etc. Policy updates like updating your HR policies as per the new labor laws, sectoral readiness, monitoring the trade rules, and training of the HR teams and finance teams for proper implementation. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel Future Ready and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. For regular updates, practical insights, and other important regulatory changes, you may also join our WhatsApp channel and follow us on LinkedIn. All the links are given in the description below. Thanks for watching and stay future ready.